The Holy Man, Chapter 28, The Puzzle. Ho found Jacob sitting on the fence, watching the dappled ponies. He introduced himself and climbed upon the top rail next to the Legionnaire, who sat with one hand, palm up, nestled in the other, an unconscious lotus position. Jacob's face that had released itself into lines last night was now worn into grooves from the tears he had shed with the Holy Man. "These are marvelous beasts," he said. They watched together for a while, and even though the cellist had not spoken, Jacob said defensively, "There's nothing to say, you know. My mind is made up. I have only stopped for a minute on my way to the grave to observe this baffling game." "It is up to you," Ho said. "I understand. I was a veteran too. So was Joe. Not long after he returned from his war, which was the Second World War, as if he hadn't seen enough of blood and death, his wife and child were killed in a car accident. He was in his 20s then." Ho told Jacob about Joe's life, and Jacob listened with a keen interest. Periodically, the ponies galloped past them, or scrambled together in front of them as their riders competed for the ball. He told about Joe's suffering, his wandering, searching, studying, learning from different sages. Finally, coming to this mountain to build his hermitage, Ho spoke of all the people who had, like himself, come to live with Joe and learn from him, but how Joe always sent them back out into the world to enrich it. "Now he is old, and some of us are afraid he is not very well. The time has come for him to choose someone to take his place. He has been waiting for many years for a special person he said was coming, but I guess he has given up. We thought he might have especially called us together this summer to choose one of us. There is one monk who ardently wishes to be chosen." "I hope he will not choose that one," said Jacob, drawn into the problem, his mind struggling free from himself. Ho held on to the railing with one hand and gestured with the other as he talked. Jacob still sat balanced with one hand within the other, as if nursing it, protecting it. "Today there is a rumor floating around among us that Joe found someone from the line who is the one he has been waiting for, but that he lost the person. So now, Jacob, I have to humbly admit my real purpose in following you is to ask if you came to know anyone in the line who was remarkable." "Yes." The heavy features of the Legionnaire lifted into a smile. "Anna, of course. Anyone will tell you. She is very uncommon." Ho nodded. "Why didn't the Holy Man ask her to stay?" "Well, he certainly wanted to, but Joe is humble, you know, and I think it seemed to him that what she was doing in the world was more important than sharing the last days of an old man like him." Ho surprisingly laughed. Jacob frowned. "It is not funny. It seems like a terrible misunderstanding. I don't think either Anna or Joe would like to hear you laugh." Jacob's eyes were afire now, and he locked the monk in his gaze. "Maybe you are the man who was so eager to be chosen," he challenged. "Maybe I am," said Ho, as if to deliberately provoke the old warrior. "Who wouldn't want to take the place of the Holy Man and have the whole world come to sit at your feet?" He laughed again. Not that Joe lets anyone sit at his feet. Again Jacob was offended by the monk's laugh. "A monk should not be ambitious. Joe would not want such a one to take his place," said Jacob. "Quite right," Ho shrugged. "But this Anna, in her goodness, harbored no desire and therefore went away. What is one to do?" "It is a puzzle," Jacob said. Ho climbed down from the fence. "I must go on to the town for supplies. I hope you will be all right. What is the matter with your hand?" "This?" Jacob looked at the hand he'd been harboring. "Well, you see, the Holy Man held this hand in his own. So now I am thinking, how can I possibly turn it against myself, this blessed hand? Instead, I must put it to some good work." He paused to cough and wave away the dust clouds stirred up by the skirmishing ponies. "I have an idea that I could do."